Okay, so today we are diving deep into a cross-examination that honestly reads more like a screenplay for a thriller movie. You've got a high-ranking police general, a very shady businessman, and a so-called loan that completely unravels with every single question. Trust me, this isn't just about money. It's all about deception. Let's get right into it. And boom, there it is. That's the bombshell accusation right at the heart of this whole thing. You see, the commission isn't just asking questions here. They're laying out a theory, a picture of a deliberate, panicked cover-up. The story they're telling is that this friendly loan was anything but, and the repayment was just a desperate attempt to clean up a dirty trail.
So how on earth did we get to this point? Well, it all kicks off with what seems like a simple payment between two guys, two friends, who are now caught right in the middle of a massive corruption investigation.
So, on one side you have General Shibiri, a senior guy in the police force. On the other side, his buddy, the businessman, Mr. Matlala. And the thing that links them? A payment of 70,000 rand, which is now being put under a massive microscope by the commission that's trying to untangle this entire web. Here's the kicker, though. Mr. Matlala wasn't just some random friend offering to help out. No, he was a guy already publicly tied to some incredibly serious stuff. We're talking allegations of fraud and even murder. All of a sudden, a simple loan from a friend looks like a massive scandal for top police general.
So what was the general's side of the story? Well, he laid out a version of events for the commission that, on the surface, seems like a perfectly normal thing that might happen between two old friends.
Okay, so according to the general, it starts totally innocently. He's at a party, he mentions his son got into a car accident. A few days later, his friend, Mr. Matlala, gives him a call and offers a loan to help out. The general says he paid back some of it in cash in November and then transferred the rest at the end of December. Seems straightforward enough, right?
And the general, he was adamant that this was the plan from the get-go. He gets his bonus in December, so, naturally, that was the time they agreed he'd settle up the debt. He's presenting this as a simple, prearranged deal, but yeah, the commission was not buying it for a second.
And this is where the whole innocent loan story really starts to unravel. The commission begins to pick at the threads, and they don't even start with the money. Nope, they start with the man who gave it. Now this was a genius question. It's a total trap. They aren't even accusing him of anything yet. They're just asking, as a police officer, what are your principles? I mean, think about it. How could a senior police official possibly answer that question? Of course, he said no. He had to. He stated, very firmly, that he would not accept money from someone accused of a crime. Any other answer would have been insane for an officer of his rank. But with that one little word, no, he walked right into the trap they'd set for him. So the general's defense was, hey, I didn't know about the allegations for a long time. But the commission immediately came back and said, hold on, Mr. Matlala has been publicly linked to these scandals since 2021. The general's excuse? He said it must have slipped his mind. Right. And this is where it all comes crashing down. Because by his own testimony, on September 17th, he finds out about the allegations. The very next day, September 18th, he accepts the loan. So he did the exact thing he just swore to the commission he would never, ever do. He took money from a man he knew was publicly accused of terrible crimes.
So if the timing of accepting the loan was sketchy, the timing of the repayment was, well, in the commission's eyes, it was 10 times worse. This is where the story pivots from just questionable judgment to a potential full-blown cover-up.
So in December, things start to get really hot for Mr. Matlala. The police raid his properties, not once, but twice. You can just imagine the pressure is mounting. All his finances, his personal business, it's all suddenly under investigation.
And what happens just 13 days after that second police raid? On December 31st, the last possible day of the year, the general suddenly makes a 50,000 rand bank transfer to pay back most of the loan. Just 13 days. I mean, the timing is almost unbelievable. And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Was it just a wild coincidence that he decided to repay the loan right after his friend got raided by the cops? Or was this a frantic scramble to create a paper trail, to make a shady payment look like a legit loan before the investigators could connect the dots between them? Oh, and let's not forget about the other part of the repayment. That first 20,000 rand was supposedly paid in cash, which, surprise, surprise, means there's no record of it. The general's story? He sold some cows back home and his niece brought the cash down for him.
Yeah, a 20,000 Rand cash delivery from his niece. The commission found that just a little bit unusual. But the final twist, the detail that the commission argues is basically proof of a deliberate attempt to deceive. It wasn't just about the timing. It was about the weird winding path the money actually took. Just look at this. The money didn't just go from A to B. The loan from Matlala didn't go to the general. It went into the general's son's bank account. And when the general paid it back, it didn't go to Matlala's personal account. No, it went to his company's bank account. So the bottom line is this. If an investigator was just looking at the general's personal account and Mr. Matlala's personal account, they would find nothing. 0 transactions between them. The link was deliberately hidden by routing the money through other people on both ends of the deal.
The commission put it to him plain and simple. This wasn't a mistake. This was a tactic. They suggested he had the money sent to his son's account specifically to hide the fact that he was getting money from Matlala.
And here's the cherry on top. When the general finally made that big repayment, the reference on the bank statement didn't say loan repayment or for Matlala. It just said Shibiri. So anyone looking at the company's bank records would just see a payment from some guy named Shibiri with 0 context. It was designed to look completely anonymous.
So that's what we're left with. Was this whole thing just a series of really unfortunate coincidences and honest mistakes like the general claims? A friendly loan that just happened to be from a man accused of murder, accepted the day after he learned about it, repaid right after police raids, and sent through a maze of third-party accounts? Or was it a calculated deception from the very start? That is the question at the very heart of this entire mess.